From childhood, we are taught a singular, absolute truth about Lord Shiva. He is strictly Ajanma, the unborn, and Swayambhu, the self-manifested, a cosmic force existing entirely without a beginning and without an end. Yet, when we examine the ancient texts of the Vishnu Purana and the Shiva Purana, we find physical evidence that complicates this. These scriptures explicitly outline his physical origin, going so far as to detail his specific parentage. These glaring contradictions suggest that our traditional, simplified understanding of the unborn God may be obscuring a much deeper cosmic logic. According to the Puranas, a group of inquisitive sages once approached Shiva directly. They asked him a straightforward question: "Who is your father?" Shiva replied, "Brahma." Confused, the sages pressed further. They asked for the name of his grandfather. Without hesitation, Shiva named Vishnu. Then came the ultimate question. When the sages asked for the identity of his great-grandfather, Shiva smiled. He told them that he himself was his own great-grandfather. Shiva's response describes a recursive lineage, suggesting a universe where the beginning and the end eventually overlap. The Puranas distinguish between three specific states of being, all contained within the single name Shiva. The Srimad Devi Bhagwat Purana identifies these as Nirakar, the formless reality, Sadashiva, the great soul, and Shankar, or Mahesh, the physical manifesting deity. Conflating these three separate functions into one person creates the logical traps that lead many to misinterpret the scriptures. To identify the great-grandfather in Shiva's riddle, we must look to the first state, Sadashiva, who existed before the physical universe was formed. At the start of the current cycle, the formless call Sadashiva and the divine feminine energy, Mother Durga, existed alone in the void. They decided to emanate other beings to expand and populate the cosmos. The creation followed a strict order. Sadashiva created Vishnu from his left side. Subsequently, he manifested Brahma from his right side. As these two new deities took shape, a fierce dispute erupted. Brahma and Vishnu argued over who was the supreme creator of reality, each claiming ultimate authority. To settle the debate, Sadashiva intervened. He manifested between them as a Jyotirlinga, an infinite pillar of light. He challenged them to find its end, and after thousands of years of searching, neither Brahma nor Vishnu could find the top or the bottom. This establishes the first few branches of the family tree. Sadashiva is the absolute source, the origin point who birthed both the grandfather, Vishnu, and the father, Brahma. Fast forward millions of years, Brahma begins the heavy burden of creating the physical universe, crafting planets, stars, and life itself. He quickly realizes the system is incomplete. To manage the inevitable decay and transformation of this new universe, he enters a state of intense penance to call upon a power that can facilitate destruction. At the climax of his prayer, the destroyer manifests in Brahma's lap, appearing as a crying infant named Rudra. The child wept constantly. In a desperate attempt to pacify the infant, Brahma bestowed upon him 108 different names, including Mahadev and Pashupati. This crying child is Shankar, or Rudra, the physical manifestation of Shiva. In this localized form, he is logically born to a father. We can now map the sage's riddle chronologically. The formless source, Sadashiva, created Vishnu. Vishnu rested in the cosmic ocean, providing the lotus that birthed Brahma. Finally, Brahma prayed for a destroyer, and Shiva's physical manifestation, Rudra, appeared in his lap. This means the formless entity, Sadashiva, is the great-grandfather of his own physical manifestation, Rudra. The Puranas are not describing errors or inconsistencies. They are mapping specific points on a circular timeline. Shiva represents the canvas of cyclical time, an absolute creator who functions as the destroyer, born within the very universe he sustains. But this leaves us with a profound mystery. How could a god beyond time, fear, and attachment ever succumb to human grief? The loss of his first wife, Sati, momentarily broke the balance of the universe, forcing this infinite being to weep like a mortal man. We'll explore that sacrifice in our next Divya Katha episode. Subscribe to stay notified and comment Har Har Mahadev below.